love languages have been trending again, whether it's on social media, in relationship discussions, or in self-care conversations. But what are they, and, well, why do they matter? The concept of love languages was created by Dr. Gary Chapman to describe how people give and receive love. So if you didn't already know, there are 5 primary love languages: words of affirmation, or feeling love through kind words and encouragement; acts of service, which is when you feel loved when others do thoughtful things for you; receiving gifts, which is when you feel loved through meaningful or thoughtful gifts, as it probably is obvious enough; quality time, which is when you feel loved when people give you their full attention; and physical touch, which is when you feel loved through hugs, hand-holding, or simple touch. So understanding your love languages and those of the people around you can strengthen relationships, whether it's a romantic relationship, in your family, or your friendships. And I said love languages earlier because I truly believe you can have more than one. If you're someone who has already understood love languages, you probably have already realized that either as you've grown up or as you've better understood what love languages are, you've found that you kind of have maybe multiple that you realize you're better at either giving or receiving. So this concept isn't just about romance. It can apply to how we connect with God, our friends, and even ourselves. Like I mentioned before, I think as I've gone through my life, it's helped me to notice how I've grown as a person. When I first started studying love languages, I remember this was when Adam and I had just started dating again after we had broken up, and it was really important for us to determine this conversation of love languages because we had known each other since we were in high school, and we realized that we had never really been able to be separate and grow on our own, and so our love languages had changed since we last dated in high school. And so I think that taking the love languages quiz has been really helpful in our relationship, and just noticing doing it every year has actually been really helpful for us because we've noticed as our marriage grows, like, how can we change with the love languages that we feel? Something that we've learned in marriage counseling as well is kind of like a love languages meter, or seeing like what level are we at today? Where's our love tank when it comes to being full or empty? And like, how can we fill up our love tank for each other? And oftentimes the things that fill up our love tank come from our love language. So I've also found that my love languages are different in different scenarios. So at work, the way that I feel most loved or appreciated is in words of affirmation. So in my work, I often find myself most confident in the work that I'm doing when I'm verbally confirmed that, yes, you are doing a good job, this looks great. In my relationship with Adam, I find that the thing that means the most to me is acts of service. So if he takes the time to do something that I ask him to do, that means a lot to me. It helps to take stress off of my shoulders, and it helps me to feel comforted and solid in our relationship. Whereas for him, that might look a little different, right? Like, he really likes physical touch. So even though that's not my love language, I know that in order to keep his love tank full, I have to be able to reciprocate that love language to him and show him that I care about him as well. So whether you're a believer or not, I think that these love languages are really helpful in relationships and our friendships, like I said, but the Bible does tell us that love is the greatest commandment, 1 Corinthians 13:13. So knowing how we express and receive love helps us live that out in meaningful ways. So, do you know what your love language is? I'd love to hear about it in the comments. I'd love to hear how your love language has changed over the years, maybe as you've grown more into an adult or as you've entered relationships. Like, how has that changed in your life? And how can you use your love languages to show love to those around you?